Hey Techno Studs, in this video, let's go over some troubleshooting these NAT statements. So I'm gonna get into what I would do to troubleshoot these. Now there is no one right answer when it comes to troubleshooting. However, there is an organized approach that you could take when you are troubleshooting and trying to narrow down the issue. And one of the reasons why I really try to incorporate these troubleshooting videos into the course is because it's a large part of the job. You'll be doing quite a bit of troubleshooting when it comes to when you're implementing something or if something goes down. So I've introduced an issue into this network and I've lost some connectivity. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ping 8.8.8.8 to see if I have connectivity from switch 1 to the outside world. I can't do this from my demo laptop because my demo laptop actually is not only connected to this 10 network that I have here, but also my home network. And so it won't be a good test. That's why I'm using switch 1. As we can see that it fails. My next question is okay, what do I have access to? What can I ping? So another thing I can try to doing is pinging router 2. Router 2 is pretty pivotal to accessing the outside world and to other resources. So I'm going to ping 10.240.2.1. That's the interface on router 2. I'm going to ping that. I can see that it's successful. So I know I have at least some connectivity. Now what I can do is I can do a show IP route to see what else do I have connectivity to? Do I have even a route that's available to me to these different networks? And I can see I have a lot of entries into this to include a default route which points to where I would expect it to point to. So from that perspective, everything is operating fine. So what we can also do is jump onto router 2 and see what's happening on router 2. This is obviously a NAT troubleshooting that we're doing here. So one of the things I can do is show NAT translation. Type in, I believe it's actually show IP NAT translation. Okay, there you have it. So I do have some translation that's happening here. So I see my static NAT that's all set up here. So I know I at least have some NATing that's functioning, but not all of it's functioning perfectly. So let's do a show run on here and take a look at the NAT statements. So I'm going to go down below the interfaces where I get to the part that's showing the NAT translations here. So I have my access list here. I've got IP NAT inside list 2. Okay, list 2. So there we have, it's referencing list 2, but I don't have an access list 2 down here. I have an access list 1. And so that is what our issue is that it's referencing list 2 when our access list is actually list 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into global configuration mode. I'm going to do a no statement on this right here. So I'll do that. We'll take that out of there. I'm going to then copy or paste that back in and change that to 1. And now we've corrected that issue. So, or have we corrected that issue? Let's try that ping again, 8.8.8.8. We are successful. We are good to go. I would want to make sure I save this change to make sure it's saved. One other thing I could do here is also show the IP NAT translation. And we see that my translation is happening, in fact, so we're good. We're making communication to the outside world and successfully. So there it is.